Hi everyone, welcome to Free Spanish Lessons. Lesson 5 de indefinite articles. Lección 5, los artículos indefinidos. The indefinite article in English, a or an, is used before a noun to indicate that the identity of the noun is unknown to the reader, and it is used with singular nouns. And we use some with plural nouns. For example, an apple, a dog, some apples, some dogs. In Spanish, apart from number, we also match the gender. So we use un with male singular nouns, una with female singular nouns, unos, algunos with male plural nouns, unas, algunas with female plural nouns. An apple, una manzana, some apples, unas manzanas, algunas manzanas. A dog, un perro, some dogs, unos perros, algunos perros. If you haven't seen lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4, I recommend you to check them because we are going to do some exercises using all that we have learned so far. So, first of all, I want to show you the Excel worksheet that I have been working on, and I am putting a summary of all the information that we are studying each lesson here. So the bigger the information gets, the easier for us that should be to find it. So for example, we have the adjectives. I have put the lesson of adjectives here. There are some formulas that we already studied and we will be using during this lesson. And I also have here the links for the videos where we studied these elements. For example, in lesson 1 and lesson 2, we saw adjectives. If you go back to the menu and go to the articles, in lesson 4, we studied the definite article, and lesson 5 is the present lesson. And you have the summary here. For example, the definite article da, you have male el, female la for singular, and male los, and female las for plural. In the case of the indefinite article, en for un, una, singular, and some, unos, algunos for male, unas, algunas for female. And as you remember, we have some sentences here that are using the elements that we are studying. So let's start with some examples. We have some apples are green. Okay, to tackle this sentence, we should take a look at the elements. We have the article, which is the indefinite article some. So if we go back here and go to articles, we will find that some can be used with male or female for plural. So apples, since in English, apple does not have a gender because it's neutral, we should go to Google Translate and find out which is the gender that we use for the noun apple in Spanish, as we did in last lesson. So let's write down the apple and we have la manzana. Then we know that this noun is female. So let's go here. La, female for singular. So in this case, the plural would be unas o algunas. Then we have algunas. Now we also know that apple is manzana and the plural for manzana is manzanas. Las manzanas, unas manzanas, algunas manzanas. Algunas manzanas. Then we have to go back to our summary and check which is the form of the verb. So let's go to sentences. The verb to be for what in English would be they. The apples can be replaced with the personal pronoun in English they are, and in English corresponds to the form son for the verb to be. The apples are, las manzanas son. Las manzanas son, and then you have the adjective green. Okay, let's find out here green, and they tell you that the adjective is verde in Spanish. So you go back here, go to the menu, go to the adjectives, and we have two rules here that we have studied so far. First rule is that if the adjective, the male termination is O, you put the root here, and the terminations would be O for male, A for female, both of them singular, and OS and AS for male and female plural. So let's add one line here and write down green and write down verde here. So following the rule, you remove the E and put the E here. And if you drag the formula down, it will bring you the correspondent terminations for this line, which corresponds to the rule where the male termination is it, verde. So you use verde for singular male, verde for singular male, and verdes for plural male and female, verdes. So continuing with our exercise, you write down here verdes. Algunas manzanas son verdes. Let's do the same with a dog is friendly. So let's begin. The article A, let's go to articles and find out that E or N can be replaced with un or una depending on the gender of the noun. So let's find out the gender of the word dog. The dog, and they say el perro. So we know that this noun is male. So we use un perro. Then we need to find out which is the form of the verb to be. Then we come back here to sentences and see that she, he, and what would be it. You already know that we don't have it in Spanish, but the form of the verb for he, she, and it would be es in Spanish. So, un perro es, and then we have to find out the Spanish for friendly. Let's go here. Friendly is amistosa, amistoso. So the male form of this adjective is amistoso. Let's go here. Let's go back to the menu. Let's go back to adjectives. Let's insert one line and we write down friendly. Amistoso would be the male form. So you remove the O and put the O here. When you drag the formula down, you will get these terminations O, A, OS, AS. That corresponds to this rule. When the male termination is O, you add O for male, A for female, singular, OS for male, AS for female, plural. So let's go back here and put amistoso. A dog is friendly, un perro es amistoso. Now we have an elephant is huge. So let's go back again to the articles a, en, un, una. We need to find out the gender of elephant. Elephant. Let's put the elephant, the article. El elefante is male. So we come here and put un elefante. Same as for the sentence of the dog, the form of the verb to be is es, and then we have to find out huge. I think that we already have huge in the adjectives list, so we need to organize this. and go to huge. Huge, enorme. Un elefante es enorme. An elephant is huge. Then we go for an ant. An ant is small. So let's find out the gender of ant. The ant, la hormiga, is female. Then you put una hormiga, same as in elephant and dog, the verb to be es, and small. Let's find down in the adjectives if we have small. We don't have small here. We can add the line here and put small, which is pequeño. We remove the O. We put the O here. We drag the formula down and we will find out pequeño, pequeña. Since it's female and singular, we use pequeña. Una hormiga es pequeña. And the last one, a carrot is a vegetable. In this case, we have one noun and another noun. So a carrot, let's look in Google Translate. The carrot is female, la zanahoria. Then we use una zanahoria es, and a vegetable. Let's put here the vegetable, and we have el vegetal. So if you use the word vegetal, is male. So we use un vegetal. So we have a carrot is a vegetable, una zanahoria es un vegetal. So this is the end of this lesson. I hope you have liked it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and share. Hope to see you next lesson. Bye.